Good evening, sir. It's me again.
Leave me alone, I say, whoever you are.
It cannot be safe for a blind man to live here alone. Let me enter, sir. I swear I mean you no harm.
Well, a voice never lies, and yours clearly is the voice. Wandering in this part of town at night, you're either brave or a fool. Tell me, how do you see the world these days?
It's locked.
So what is the name of my nocturnal...
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. As I already explained to you, I'm inquiring about the epidemic.
Dr. Reed? The eminent surgeon? My God, I'd never have expected a brilliant physician like you to knock on my door.
You flatter me, sir.
No, sir, I am flattered. I read all your work when I still had my sight. I loved it.
Do you know Braille, Mr. Swanborough?
I'm no expert, but I learned it in my spare time, yes. Why?
I found a strange document entitled Cure for Blindness. It's written in Braille, so I thought perhaps it was yours.
Really? Is that some kind of sick joke? Let me see.
Here it is.
This letter seems authentic. And it actually refers to an experimental cure for blindness. You have piqued my interest, Dr. Reed.
Could it be of any use to you?
No. This page is just a part of a larger diary. I'd be glad if you could find the other pages.
So, Mason, you are the creative one in the Swanborough business, are you not?
Yes, I am. I am the one who invented and improved the family recipe.
And you do it all by yourself? Blind and isolated in this laboratory?
My eyes may be useless, but my brain is still sharp. Once a chemist, always a chemist.
Is your sister using you and your skills for her own profit?
I've lost my sight, not my wits. Loretta couldn't manipulate me in a million years.
Are you sure about that? You clearly depend on her.
Let me be perfectly clear. I came up with the idea of the Swanborough cordial. Loretta needs me more than I need her.
You seem unwell, sir.
Actually, I feel worse than usual. Can you give me something?
Yes. I can give you a little something that has been proven.
Thank you, Doctor.
Mason, why would you waste your skill and knowledge on crafting snake oil and fake drugs?
But this is my only opportunity to continue practicing my art.
By giving false hope to desperate people?
They all see me as disabled and useless. I'm sick of their pity.
To accept what has happened to us and what we have become is a difficult process. I'm sorry for what you've had to endure.
You'll not get my respect through cheap compassion, Doctor. Speak to me like I'm a normal human being. That's all I ask.
Goodbye, Mr. Swanborough. I'll leave you now.
Wandering in this part of town at night, you're either brave or a fool.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
I located the shop, but it was vandalized, and
I was afraid of such bad news.
That's quite a list you ordered. Opium.
This dreadful influenza, of course. I already ran some tests on hopeless cases. Without success, I must admit.
Do you realize you could create a lethal poison?
Is this not true of any medical substance, Dr. Reed? However, If you would agree to improve it,
As long as you promise to be scrupulous with your
that's all I'm asking for.
I want to know about these
I know I may sound presumptuous, but I'm just following.
Self-confidence is essential in our line of work, my young man.
But you never doubt yourself, Dr. Reed. I've read all your articles and...
You have my support, Dr. Strickland. I know exactly what it feels like to battle an unknown disease with only your mind and force of will to help you.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye,
I can't let Strickland put his patients at risk with opium. Perhaps an adjusted formula will deliver more of a placebo effect. Strickland's project could be dangerous. Trying to report him to Dr. Aykroyd.
Good evening.
And good evening to you.
I have managed to improve the mix.
No, I don't think so. Why?
A placebo is a substance or procedure that has no actual physical effect. Research has established that a placebo, as long as the subject believes in the effect, can...
Really? That's fascinating.
Something like that, yes.
Well, I'm a bit surprised, but I trust you, Dr. Reed. Please take the key to my cabinet and...
Good.
I'm all right.
It's locked, all right. It's locked.
At least Strickland can't kill anyone with this formula.
It is good to see you again, Jonathan.
I'm better than one might expect, Lady Ashbury. Dr. Swansea has asked me to investigate the recent disturbances and...
Really? What?
I discovered the most intriguing skull. An elderly woman answering to the name of Old Bridget, and a man who helps them remain hidden in London.
Old Bridget? Peculiar name. I've never heard of her.
According to Old Bridget, skulls can lead a peaceful existence like us. They are even able to nourish themselves by feeding on corpses and the flesh of the dead.
How vile. Please, Jonathan.
There is something ominous closing around me, Lady.
Whatever do you mean, Jonathan?
If Sean Hampton and Harriet were not the guilty parties, then who? I saw the bodies and the blood.
Your rebirth has not gone unnoticed, Jonathan.
Do you suspect?
I don't know, Jonathan.
Goodbye for now, my...
Get there!
It's locked.
In this letter, Mortimer Goswick does nothing to hide his desire to die. I could give it to his mother, but doing so would betray his trust.
Get them weapons ready! Land one!
29 Pretty Orchard Street. This is it. What's in there for me? There's been a fight here. This window was shattered with violent force. Someone's been pulled through it and dragged through the street. Who could have done that? I cannot enter.
Did you hear me? Leech spotted!
So much blood. Whoever was killed got dried out.
Why drag the poor wench across all these streets to let her expire and be found here?
You're surprising. Occasionally, you make a good point.
How's that?
We're being misled. Or worse.
That leech is fast! Bloody leech! We have a killer! Stay back, beast!
This is the very flower my mother tossed on me. The marks on this woman's neck. Only a golden... Her shoes and clothes are quite worn out.
I see you.
Right then. It's a sick game. But given no choice in the matter, I might as well win it. I won't let you escape. You're very fast, but I'll catch you. It's locked. More Braille. I should bring this to Mason Swanborough. It's locked, all right. I cannot enter. It's locked, all right.
they've all been butchered. Still sense a presence.
Come to me.
Are you all right?
My name is Xiao Shun. This is...
I do apologize, Xiaoshun. Are you all right?
Yes, I am. This is the...
Tell me how your husband died.
Matthew died of the Spanish flu, like so many others. It's a mundane cause of death these days, but for...
At this time, there is so little medical science.
The worst thing is not his death, even if it tears me apart. The worst is not to have seen it coming, to have lost him so...
Did he hide his condition from...
Matthew was a smiling type, a happy sort. Everything that I am not. Did he laugh at his death to come, or...
The Spanish flu may be the worst disease mankind has ever...
You don't understand. I didn't know he was so sick. I didn't realize the gravity of his situation and...
As harsh as this sounds, we are all equally vulnerable.
I never said goodbye to Matthew. We never realized how bad it was. We laughed about it even. He always made me laugh.
Are you on your own?
I have family and friends, but I need to be here alone. One day maybe I'll go back to them, but not now. I need silence, and I need sadness.
I've seen many deaths in my life, and we all grieve in our own way. Some stay silent, or need to shout. Others need company, and some just can't stand it.
Thank you for your sincere words, Dr. Reed. I sense you trying to help me, even if I don't quite understand why.
You should go home now.
No, not yet. I missed...
Are you a doctor yourself? Is this why you feel so guilty for not saving your sick husband?
No, I am not. But I still need to blame
I'm a physician, one of the best in the country. But I was unable to save my own sister, Mary. She died in my arms.
Why tell me this? Is it supposed to make me feel better?
No. But I felt I should share it with you.
May I ask what caused?
You could say she was also killed by a terrible disease. A disease I have sworn to fight and cure, no matter how long it takes.
Thank you for sharing that with me, Dr. Reed. Maybe it's time we start to rebuild our lives, you and I.
You realize you can't stay here forever, don't you? Eventually, you'll have to leave the cemetery.
Why? Why should I go? Since...
But you're not dead. There is a difference between visiting the dead and staying with them.
You sound like you're no stranger to the pain I feel.
Let's just say, I too.
Please accept my condolences.
You should go home now.
I think you're right. Cemeteries are for the dead.
Thank you for your company, Xiaoshun.
Maybe I'll see you again in Whitechapel.
How do you feel?
I'm as well as...
Goodbye for now.
you can trust me. Why have you not spoken to me?
You! What have you done?
Vicar Larrabee, what happened?
Demon! Hell scourge! Son of perdition!
Vicar! Jonathan's no demon. He's just a soul. Returned from the dead. Like your Christ, Vicar.
Mary, is it really you?
Oh, it's me, all right. Precious brother.
What is Mother doing here?
I'm gathering the family for a final reunion. All smiling, all dead. Thanks to the good Dr. Reed.
Mary.
Mother, say hello to your son.
Hello, Jonathan.
Mother,
What do we have here, Mother? The prodigal son has lost his tongue. Our Jonathan always had the first and last word at dinner. The entertainer, the star of our show.
I'm sorry. Let me explain.
Shut up. It's my turn to do the talking. I have this nasty hole in my chest, Johnny. It needs to breathe.
Of course. You can speak.
My prayers went so long without an answer. My husband, killed in France. My child, carried away by the flu. My brother promising to return in his letters, then disappearing in thin air. I went from hospital to hospital. Cemetery to cemetery. Grave to grave. I've lifted every stone in London, searching for an end to the nightmare. And there you were, in front of me, on a dark pier.
The hunger had taken me.
The joy to have finally found you. I longed for your arms, a final happy ending to so much tragedy, to tell me all would be well again, as you did when we were children. It was this filthy dock where you greeted your sister. I dug a tunnel from my grave with my fingers and teeth.
Mary. I thought I had murdered you. I tried to end myself. We've been through the same horror.
We are a disease, Jonathan. A sickness that corrupts all it touches. All we kiss, and all we kill. Look at me. Admire your ilk.
I'm so sorry.
Apologies will not suffice. I demand reparation. I want a miracle. Are you a miracle worker, Dr. Reed? No? I'll show you mine then. The family Reed, reunited and complete, living forever in a red sea of eternal love. Time to go, Mother. Say hello to my son for
Mary,
me.
wait. I have made friends with vital knowledge. Vampires. We are not alone, Mary. With time, we can learn to live almost as we lived before.
How long?
What?
How long will this masquerade continue? I've been watching you. All these nights in Whitechapel, pretending you're still a doctor. You believe you're just fighting a disease. But it's you, the disease. Jonathan, you!
I'm a scientist. I'll find a solution. Let our mother go, please.
You're always the one to sway me to reason, Jonathan. But before, your motivations were always pure. Now you're tainted.
Let her go! She has no part to play in this.
Very well. Have you heard our good doctor? You can go home, Mother. Go home and rest in peace.
Yes, I'll go home and rest.
It's so easy to make them obey or forget puppets for our pleasure. I've seen you have your fun.
You are mad.
So that's what I am, Doctor. Mad. I was beginning to wonder. I've been hearing these voices in my head, one in particular, that of my dead brother. This is the reason I must kill you. Not for your betrayal, not for our poisonous kiss, not even for the lies you tell yourself. No, it's so that smooth and wicked voice will stop ringing in my ear.
Mary. No, don't!
Time to die, brother. And this time for good. Assassin! What have you done? You killed me, brother! You left me to rot in this... You've spared the precious Nurse Crane, but not your own Mary. Rest in peace, monster. Kinslayer! Give me your blood, priest. My final thoughts are just to die for. Abomination! Kiss me again, sweet brother. You left me to rot in this grave! Come to me, Jonathan. Assassin! Rest in peace, monster. What have you done? You kneel like a dog, just as you did to Sean Hampton! Ah! Come to me, Jonathan. Ah! Ah! Kiss me again, sweet brother.
Help me!
You left me to rot! Again, sweet brother. Well, brother, it's time to bring this conversation to an end. Forever.
You know I will not play this game.
Calm now, Doctor. Like a rabid dog. Or think you're performing an autopsy.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'll kill them all. The kind Dr. Swansea. The sweet little lass with hair of red. I am the Harbinger, bringing your punishment.
Mary.
Don't you see? This is not me. Flesh that never ages. All nightmare, no dream. Bring it to a close. Let me sleep.
I will find a cure, Mary. I swear it.
Then, at last, I can forgive you.
Blood. As I shed one last red tear for my fallen sister, I realize the entire world now revolves around this singular word. The epidemic that has stricken London is not the Spanish flu. It is transmitted through the blood via violent biting, turning survivors into frenzied immortals. I am Dr. Jonathan Reed. I am a vampire, born anew into an age of death and pestilence. While plotting factions close in around me, I am sworn to find the source of this epidemic.
I am convinced greater perils are still to come. I know the answers I seek are hiding in our blood.
Evet, maalesef bu video bitti. Ama her gün 2 yeni video gelmeye devam edecek. Eğer izlediğini beğendiysen ve kanaldaki yeni videolardan haberdar olmak istersen, ana sayfadaki abone ol butonuna basman ya da herhangi bir videonun içerisindeki DeDeliOyunlar logosuna tıklaman yeterli olacaktır. DeDeliOyunlar kanalımızda bugüne kadar yayınlanmış olan 2000'den fazla videoyu izlemek isterseniz, videolar kısmından çok kolay bir şekilde bunları görüntüleyebilir ya da oynatma listelerinden seriler halinde yine bu videoları görüntüleyebilirsiniz. İzlediğiniz bir oyunla alakalı bilgi almak isterseniz, hemen o oyunun videosunun altındaki daha fazla göster butonuna tıkladığınızda o oyunun varsa oynama linki ya da satın alma linki bulunacaktır. Fakat kardeşlerim, asıl önemli olan DeDeliOyunlar oyun kanalımızı gerçekten beğendiyseniz bu duyguyu arkadaşlarınızla paylaşmanız ve bunun için maalesef burada bir buton yok. Yapmanız gereken dışarı çıkmak, arkadaşlarınızı kolundan tutup yakalayıp DeDeliOyunlar diye bir oyun kanalı var. Ben izledim, çok beğendim. Sen de izledin mi diye neşeyle haykırmak. Kibarca da söylemeniz yeterli olabilir.